Okay, let's go. My clicker doesn't work. Ah, there we go.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining. I'm really excited that we're in this panel here today, or this talk, because I love NFC Lisbon every year is always my favorite conference, but especially talking to this guy as well. My real name is Niamh. I'm from Ireland, from Dublin. I work currently for Outlier Ventures in their marketing team. It's one of the most active accelerators from 2017, and also we have like a portfolio of over 400 companies, so it's one of the biggest accelerators now. We are here to talk about onboarding and like mass adoption. Is it possible? Is it not? And we're going to have a bit of a debate.
She forgot that she could only talk for 30 seconds. Okay. I'll introduce myself. You made it long. I'll make it long too. So I'm Frank NFT. Real name is Frank. That's an easy one. I work for Hyperlapse. Hyperlapse is basically a branch of Kronos. It's the largest IT integrator in Belgium. And you will see I stole a few ideas from clients of mine that we will be presenting, but that she doesn't like at all.
What I'd like to talk about is like the pros and cons of the financial situation currently. Most of us here today have a bank account and we're also in crypto. There's not so many people that are 100% in crypto, so why is that? And that will become a thing, but why isn't it right now? So with banks currently, the biggest frustration for me is if I can't get access to my funds, but it is there. For example, if it's a bank holiday, it really frustrates me that I don't have like total 100% access to my funds, and that is already a reason that I would want to go fully involved in crypto today.
I think that's all bullshit. Banks are already doing this for 4,000 years. This started in Mesopotamia, where they were storing grain and they were giving loans out against the grain. That's how banking was invented. So these guys have a lot of experience of doing that. And serious, okay, this works for this group, but do you want to go out in the park to the book thing over there and tell these people, okay, I'm going to give you 24 washers and we're going to hit your seed phrase in there and we're going to put your net worth on that, and if you ever lose them, then you lose everything. Or we can do, I forgot I had this, we can do this. My friend here, he's making those, and these are diaphragms, and it's basically a physical NFT. When you open them up, there's a seed phrase in there.
But the problem with that is, it's now mine.
Indeed. So,
I can keep this, okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question to everyone here. I was recently speaking at Eat Dublin and I asked the exact same question. And it was interesting, the answer. Who here has had a bad experience with your bank, the traditional finance system, Web 2? Okay, I was expecting a little bit more hands, but we have had, okay, yes, okay, we're just shy.
Let me counter that question. And so who had problems with his private keys or his seed phrase or lost some coins somewhere left and right? It's about the same amount of people.
More hands, I think, for the traditional system, which is interesting because the UX is much better with banking and with traditional systems. The UX sucks right now in crypto, but it's something that is going to be improved on. One thing, fiat is not freedom right now. We need decentralization, but at what cost is the issue?
Well, I think the main issue, you already said it, and you were an UX woman in your previous life before you started in Web3. The UX of crypto really sucks. It works for the people in this room, but it doesn't work for the people out there. So, what are we working on? Well, we're working on the Apple Store moment. What if you just have a Bitcoin account in your app, your banking app, and you can buy Bitcoin, and you can buy Ethereum and whatever. And you don't need all this seed phrase stuff. They will keep your secret phrase for you. And that's what they've been doing for 4,000 years. And then this UX thing, this poor guy had to go over several bridges and lost his money. You don't want that. I just want to be able to send Bitcoin to you. No, you want to send Bitcoin to me. That's the right direction.
This is a current issue of, there's basically no downtime currently in crypto. That is what we want, and I know you're going to have something next to say about that, But like, let me continue with that with no downtime. I've worked for clients like one chain that have had no downtime. Nothing has happened with like even with exchanges, but with the current traditional system, we can't be having like Monday to Friday weekends off. It's not a system that's going to work for the entire world.
Did you say no downtime? Didn't they shut down Solana last week again for a while?
Do we have many Solana maxis here? There's always one.
I did put Solana in the mock-up, so that's good. And another thing for mass adoption is, the UX. This is your slide, but okay, I'm talking. The ETFs. I think the ETFs is a good idea because it brings new eyes to our cryptocurrencies.
I think ETFs are bad because there's huge market manipulation, and in the traditional finance, we have, governments have like the maximum value, right, in the traditional system. With crypto, I prefer it because I feel like it gives more opportunity to normal people, and I think with ETFs, it's just going to be the exact same process in the future.
It's true, banks print money, and they will print Bitcoin too, because that was what you wanted to say. If we give our Bitcoin to banks, we will not have 21 million Bitcoin anymore. We'll probably have 40 million Bitcoin at that moment, because they will give it back out. They loan it back out. But it will bring in a lot of demand. Pension funds are ready to invest in Bitcoin, but not in the real stuff, in the ETF stuff, because they don't want the hassle. My clicker really is giving me a ha.
Okay, what I currently do is I focus a lot on AI companies, and we invest in it a lot with Outlier Ventures. There's a huge, I think, misunderstanding when it comes to like financial freedom, and especially with AI. A lot of people fear it. I want to put that aside and say we should not be fearing AI whatsoever. Quantum computing is something that we should be fearing today. And this is basically, it's like a double-edged sword, because quantum computing is good and bad. I'm not totally 100% positive for quantum computing, but I do believe that it has the possibility to break all blockchains. It has the possibility to break all domains, websites, and it's a huge issue that could happen very, very soon.
Well, as usual, I disagree, but you're right, it will break everything. We have a doomsday event coming somewhere, but it will literally break everything. Traditional HTTPS, and also indeed Bitcoin. The good news is we have about 5 years to fix it.
Only 5 years. Okay, we're prepared now.
Some people say it's more, but pessimistic guys say 5 years, so let's take the pessimistic. But the good news is all our blockchains, Vitalik, Bitcoin, they already have their plan Bs to move towards quantum safe encryptions. Now, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they can probably pull this off. Not really sure about Solana. They'll probably go down for a week or two, three to fix their encryption, but okay.
So this is a reference to, Has anyone seen this? Gordon Gekko, greed is good. Has anyone seen this? Yes, okay. So I am completely saying that greed is such a short-term mentality that we have in the crypto space. Yes, there's a lot of like high risk, high reward, but I fully believe that we have to be thinking of our long-term strategy, and especially that's why I talked about quantum computing, because it's not something that's going to happen this year, next year, or the year, but maybe as little as 5 years. So we're greedy right now because all of us are here probably, make profits, have good connections, but in the long-term strategy, why are we here? And I think we need to research that a little bit more.
I was not allowed to talk here. It's still for you.
Something that we focus on at Outlier Ventures is the post-web. So what comes after Web 3? Web 3 isn't going to be the be end all. So with the post-web, it's basically like the future that we're not going to be actually designing for humans. We have to be designing for bots. I don't know about you, but AI is absolutely everywhere right now in crypto. Everyone is creating tokens, but we are not going to be the target audience anymore, and we have to actually acknowledge that it's going to be AI, and they're the ones that we need to communicate with. So if you're not paying attention to AI, you definitely should now.
when I have lunch, I run a development company, so everybody around me is a developer. And I always joke with them and say, guys, in 5 years, I will retire. And what are you guys going to do? Because these AIs are coming for your job.
He's delighted because it's going to be past, past his work time.
Okay. I think we're through our slides, so thank you for your attention. If you want follow-up questions or whatever, you can follow us. You can find us on our Twitters.
Thanks so much.
You took 13.